Hi, this is Pam. This is mini album number 2 for the Disney Say Cheese camera kit. I'm going to start from the outside in. I have these papers pre-cut, and I had some of them temporarily glued down. I cut up 2 flaps that are, let's see, they're 5 inches, and I scored the inner side at a half. They're 5 by 4, 5 by 4 and a fourth, and I scored them, folded them on, creased them over, and glued them down with some score tape. But I also put some washi tape on for decoration, which you can see. Let's put a magnet on the inside of this flap and on the outside of this flap. This is just one of the stickers that comes in the embellishment kit that you'll get, and I just attached it there. And again, this is a 7 by 7. I've already inked these pieces, so just need to glue them down. Leaving about 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. And this is the right inside front, inside flap front. You want to be sure and remove your tape that's holding your magnets on. I don't use glue on my magnets because they say it weakens them. Probably does, but I just stick it on with a little score tape. By glue, I mean wet glue. So just put this on like so. This is the right inside or outside flap, and I'm just going to put it right up to the edge of the sticker here. And then this is the inside left. Oops, wrong way. And it's just going to go right here. So you can put some small pictures here, or journaling and a larger picture here. And then this is the left front flap. I need to pull this off and stick this down. And then I have this Mouse and Company here. I thought about using that, but I have Mouse and Company in here, so I decided I think I'll do Mouse Love on there. Just gonna stick it on there, and once I get all this done, then all 4 of them I'll go back and embellish them, and then I'll show you the final finished product. And this side is going to have some pockets. Actually, it's not pockets, it's just a place. I'll probably put a tag or something on it for this piece. And this one, I took a corner or a whole circle punch and just punched out a little groove here, if you can see it on that, because this overlaps just a little, and I wanted this to just have a little diversion to it, a little character, so that when it flips open, it will be okay. Okay, sure your words are up. This goes just right here with just a little space between it. And line them up. Because it would help if I was over there. That one looks a little crooked. Let me fix it. I should have punched this separate, but I didn't, and so that's making this kind of wonky here. So put this down right here, and this right here. I've already inked the edges, and I used black soot on this, and this one is just a mirror image of that one. And at this point, I'm just using up scraps and pieces of leftover paper. I think about the only thing that I had left was just the big 6 by 12 I don't know, different sayings, but they wouldn't fit on here very well, so they just are used for something, another project. And this one goes right here. This one. I don't know how I can measure twice, cut once, and then it seems to change before I get it on the paper where I want it. I guess that's what I give her waiting so long in between doing what I should do. So there's just an 1/8 of an inch here. Maybe. Right here. You can always do the corners and either that needs to come off. Hang on, it's on my cutter. It's somewhere around here. I may have decided I wanted to do these opposites. I think I just decided that I wanted to do this opposites. So I want this way up here, and this one down here. Cut this off of here. Then this is your inside flap, and you can see again where I cut this, and this one is here. And on this one, I'm just doing 2 pieces of cardstock, and then I'm going to do mouse head on the in yellow on this. I just haven't cut it out. I'll get it cut out here, and then this one's on this one. probably just use wet glue if you want to on this, but I just kind of like it like this. So this is going to go here and here. And then this will have the mouse heads on each side. And this side has a temporary adhesives all over it. Get that off. This one is a pocket page, and scoot this over a little so you can see it. This one I had to piece to get it long enough. It was just a scrap, and so when I got it cut, you needed to add it. So I just added a strip of just a piece of craft underneath this, and this was a special event piece. So you put this right here, and this is my pocket that originally was, let's see, 4.5 by 4, and I just scored a 1/2 inch on two sides, and then on the bottom. And this one again, I used the circle punch to punch out the just a little pocket indentation, and I'll put a tag on there. So I really don't want to use I can use the wet, just the Scotch Quick Dry on this to get it off. To get this up and glue it down. I don't want to use this sticky because it'll stick to whatever I put in the tag. We should have done that first, but I didn't. And this eraser will take all that fun glue off that I don't want on there. Going to run some of the fine line strip. Oops, that's the glossy exit, so I don't want to use that one. Just going to run this around the outside of this. Way that'll give you a little extra room to put your pocket on, and just stick it right here and right here. And while that's dry, we'll go over here. This one is the same thing. It's going to have a pocket at the top. Pocket, just not at the top, that's the same way. Pocket is the same way. I can't even talk in glue today. This is a class that I'll be teaching in Gonzales, and everyone that takes the class will get a link to this. It's going to be a private video, because Sandy has let me use it, and she wanted, obviously she didn't want it out to everyone, so this is just a link to the people that sign up and take my class in Gonzales. Oh, and when I cut this, I mitered the corners. I just cut them straight across here at a 45 pretty much, and then I just mitered the tops, or just angled the tops so that you'd have a little bit more space, and it's not going to take up so much room when you do this. I don't like the way that fits on there. I think that's too this way. There we go. Now let's see if that will fit a lot better. There we go. And I haven't decided what I'm going to put on this pocket yet. They put some craft over it, but I'm going to put some kind of embellishment over it when I get everything done. This really is a pretty flat album, because I think if it gets too thick, it's just not going to close, and it's not going to serve its purpose. Alright, so this is the little deck paper on it for the top of the pocket over here. And I'll just stick this in like so. These corners don't stick good. I'm going to go back and give them some more glue. It's so humid out here today and I've glued it before, so it doesn't like to stick several times in a row. These flaps that will overlap a little, and they do in each one, so it's the normal thing. And this one I've done scalloped, just the scallop punch on the outside edges here. This one will go on the top of this, just right about here. And this was cut from one piece of paper, and so it would match when we went across the pages and the flaps. This is the inside bottom of this, and I usually try to cut all my paper and then glue it down. That way, if I change my mind, I don't have too many glue mistakes I have to take up. So this is the inside bottom of the flap. Cover, and this should go like so, and we'll do the top cover and erase some of these little non-unwanted glue things right here, because they're going to come out anyway. again, I have the glue, the score tape over my magnet so I can pull it off. And this one, you just want to make sure you have your words up. Right side up. They're tiny, so if you put a picture over them and you get them upside down, nobody will know. Anyway, I'm sure I have done that many times. Okay, this is my inside flap. Your measurements are going to be the same pretty much on all of them, so it's a little easier to cut once you kind of get in the groove of that. There's that. Press around your magnet. And then we're going to do the same thing here. We have the outside flap. This one I added. I think I cut it. I cut it too short. I don't know. It just needed something. So I put some washi tape, and this is some Little B gold washi tape. You have to, it doesn't want to stick to anything, so I had to just run some glossy accents and stick it down where I wanted it. And I don't care, I like it. I think it's pretty with all the gold. So I was kind of surprised that it wasn't wanting to stick to anything. Tape off, and this is going to be right here, and this is all just paper here. This is part of the paper collection. And then this one, and you can see the this is the top. Probably if I was going to do this again, I would put score tape on these outside ones, because pulling them in and out of the camera box gets them wearing a little bit, and I don't like that, the way that. So I'm going to put a little bit of tape or glue on the corners of these so that they'll stick. And then put this down. Okay, there you have book number 2, and so this is up. You can see that, and my light. Just a little, and then this flips down. This is part of the favorite magic moments. This is a photo page that these two overlap like so. Opens up, and there's a pocket here and a pocket here, which I'll probably make some tags out of some of the scrap paper. This is another flap, and this is going to have mouse ears, which I'll try to get that on there soon. And this is just another inside. You probably can put 2 photos, or a photo and a journaling page. This is crooked, but it's going to stay crooked for a minute. I don't know how I managed to get every single thing I do crooked. Maybe because I don't use a ruler. Good. Use a ruler. And inside flap and the inside flap and the base page. And at this point I still have not covered the backs, and I won't until I see how much paper I have left. I think it looks okay, just black, but if I have enough left I may just put some different things on it. So I guess I should glue that down. This is the sticker. That. Needs to go right here. I think Sandy uses a towel, and I found some towels, and I really do like it for wiping up the glue. I'm such a messy gluer that there's book number 2. Be back with 3.